Hi friends, let me explain about how to create one framework application and one implementation application on the top of Pega platform. For that, first of all, you have to log in into the administrator at the rate of pega.com. These are the default credentials, and after logging into that Pega platform application, you have to create one framework application on the top of Pega platform, and you have to create one implementation application on the top of framework application, right? What is Pega platform? In Pega platform, all the OverTV functionalities or all the OverTV properties are stored, right? On the top of the Pega platform, we have to create one framework application. This is our agenda today. So for that, we have to click on the new application, and after clicking on the new new application, you have to select the build from scratch theme Cosmos, and after clicking on the theme Cosmos, you have to give your framework application name. For example, I want to create one application like health, one application like health health framework. Okay, I want to create about the one health application, right? For that reason, I have to create one framework. For that reason, I have to create one framework like health framework. What is that? Health framework application I have to create, and click on the advanced configuration. By default it is there in the implementation. You need to select it to the framework. Okay, you need to select into the framework, and you have to give the organizational name. Okay, I have to give organizational name health. Why I am giving organizational name like health? Because I am going to create this framework application and implementation application in the regard of health insurance. For that reason I have give the name as health in the organization, right? And if you see clearly, it is showing that framework. Okay, FW, that means you are creating framework application in the work group, right? After clicking on the save and click on create application, whenever you are click on create application, it creates one framework application for you on the top of Pega platform, right? And here you have to give the credentials what you want. For example, house. Okay, no house, health. For example, health framework. Okay, health framework, you need to give the following errors were caught. Yeah, suppose you have to give at the rate pega.com. Now click on add button. After clicking on the add button, it gives one password for you. Please copy that password, it is very important, and click on the log off button and give the name what you are given earlier. Okay, give the mail what you have given earlier. House, no, not house, health. Okay, health framework, right? Health framework. Okay, health framework, and at the rate of pega.com, and you have to copy the password. You have to paste the password whatever you are copied earlier. Okay, now click on login. It is asking for current password. Please give the copied password and set your own password like install. I am setting my own password like install. Okay, if you want, you set your own password, right? And by clicking on the change password, it creates one what is that framework application for you, right? Now you are created one framework application on the top of Pega platform. If you want to see any characteristics of the particular class, you have to select definition. So click on definition. Okay, click on definition, and you see that theme Cosmos, and if you click on the gear icon, it shows like Pega rules. Okay, whatever you are created health framework application, it is created on the top of Pega rules. Okay, on the top of Pega rules. Remember, whatever the application you are created, you are created one framework application on the top of Pega rules. What are the built-in functionalities or predefined functionalities are created are under this Pega platform? Okay, those are called as an over to be functionalities, and on the top of it we are created one health insurance framework. Okay, one health framework, right? Now I am going to create one implementation on the top of this framework. Okay, for that reason, click on new application, and you need to select the application what you are created earlier. I'm created earlier like health framework, so you need to select health framework. After build with framework, you have to select the option like build with framework. No case types available to clone, ఎందుకంటే ఏ కేస్ టైప్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు కాబట్టి no case types are there. So you have to give our implementation application name. Okay, you have to give your implementation name application like health implementation. I have given my implementation like health implementation, and click on the advanced configuration. It is there by default, it is there in the implementation application. Okay, now you are earlier given the organization name, that same name it is taken. And if you clearly observe that what when we are creating framework application, it shows FW, right? But whenever you are creating implementation application, it doesn't show anything like framework application. Okay, now click on save it. What it shows, new application creation will fail because an application with an record name of health already exists. Okay, now we have to change like health. Okay, you have to change the name. Okay, like, yeah, health implementation, and save it. Okay, yes, click on create application. It creates one implementation application for you on the top of the framework application. Okay, right, house implementation at the rate of, yeah, house, okay, house implementation at the rate of pega.com, and click on add. It gives password for you. Select those password, it is very important, and go to app and simply log off from the framework application and log in with the implementation application. After login with the implement application, you can see all the definitions and all the classes and all the parents of that particular class. Okay, now I will show you that how to see that. Okay, now I will show you what you are given earlier. House, no house, health implementation framework, health implementation, health implementation, to give the password what you are copied earlier. Social error. You are given like a house, right? House, I am control plus V, login. Okay, after login that you have to give this one and set your own password like insta. Set your own password like insta, right? And click on change password, and it creates one framework application for you. Okay, right. Okay, now click on login to Dev Studio. Now login to Dev Studio, and what are the properties that you want to see? Okay, if you want to see any particular properties or of a particular class of a particular application, then you need to choose definition. In definition you have to see everything. Okay, it is created under the health framework application, right? This health implementation application, what you are created earlier, this health implementation application is created on the top of health framework application. Okay, this health implementation application what I created earlier, this is created on the top of health framework application, and this health framework application is created under the theme cosmos. When you create a gear icon, it is created under the Pega rules. Okay, then for let me explain precisely that whatever the proper when you are logging with the different credentials like Pega administrator at the rate of pega.com, you have to see that one application it is there, that is called as a Pega platform application, it is there, right? One application it is showing like Pega platform, right? Okay, Pega platform application it is created for you. Whenever you are logging with the default credentials, it will showing like Pega platform. On the Pega platform you have created one more application like health framework work. Okay, health framework application you have created. On the top of framework application you have created one application like health implementation application, right? Then why we are creating these many applications in our application in our in our project, like, let me explain what is the use of framework application and implementation application, why we are creating, why we need to create this framework and implementation application. Right now, Let me explain with an example. For example, if you have a bank like HDFC Bank, in the HDFC Bank you have four sections. Remember, you have four sections. One section is account section, second section is loan section, third section is credit section, and fourth section is rewards point section. Okay. For example, in the first section, like account section, account department, you have to give your first name, last name, age, gender, mail ID, mobile number, and those properties will be common in the loan section, in the loans department also, and those details will be common in the credit card department also, and those details will be common in the rewards points also. Okay, remember, you have an HDFC Bank. In that HDFC Bank you have four sections: account section, loan section, credit card section, rewards point section. In the four sections we have to give first name, last name, age, gender, mail ID, and mobile number. Okay, if you had created first name, last name, age, gender, mail ID, mobile number on the top of implementation application like health IMPL, then those properties are reusable under this particular implementation application only. But you have created those properties like first name, last name, mobile number, age, gender, mail ID, mobile in the framework application. Those properties are reusable across many implementation applications. Remember, now whatever the properties we are created under implementation application, those properties are reusable across that particular application only. But whatever the properties that you are created across framework application, those properties or those functions or those sections or those flows are reusable across many implementation applications on the top of framework application. This is the use of framework and implementation application. లెట్ మీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. మనం ఎప్పుడైతే మన pega.com pega implementation @రేట్.com మనం లాగిన్ అవుతామో, ఇట్ క్రియేట్స్ స్క్రీన్ మీద మీరు చూసినట్లయితే ఇక్కడ 3 అప్లికేషన్స్ క్రియేట్ అయ్యాయి కాబట్టి 3 అప్లికేషన్స్ చూపిస్తుంది. మీరు చూసినట్లయితే ఫస్ట్ మనకి ఏమైంది, పెగా ప్లాట్ఫామ్ అనేది దాంతో మనం లాగిన్ అయ్యాం. లాగిన్ అయిన తర్వాత పెగా ప్లాట్ఫామ్లో ఏముంటాయి, మనం ఏమైతే ఓవర్టీబీ ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సెండ్ ఈమెయిల్ నోటిఫికేషన్ ఒక ఓవర్టీబీ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ అనమాట. సో మీరు క్లియర్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ సెండ్ ఈమెయిల్ నోటిఫికేషన్ మీరు ఒకవేళ కొడితే సెర్చ్ చేస్తే కనుక ఇట్ విల్ షో యూ లైక్ సెండ్ ఈమెయిల్ నోటిఫికేషన్, రైట్? దిస్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ వన్ ఓవర్టీబీ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ. So all the OOTB functionalities are stored in a platform called Pega platform, right? And all the OOTB functionalities you are going to use from this Pega platform. Okay, and after that you have to create one framework application on the top of Pega platform. Why you are going to create framework application means, what is the difference between framework and implementation application means, let me explain. For example, మీకు ఏదైనా ఒక బ్యాంక్కి వెళ్తే హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్లో మనకి ఎన్ని సెక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి, 4 సెక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయని మీరు ఒకవేళ అనుకుంటే, అకౌంట్ సెక్షన్, లోన్ సెక్షన్, క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ సెక్షన్స్, రివార్డ్ సెక్షన్స్, రైట్? ఇన్ ద అకౌంట్ సెక్షన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ ద ఫస్ట్ నేమ్, లాస్ట్ నేమ్, ఏజ్, జెండర్, మెయిల్ ఐడి, మొబైల్ నెంబర్. అలాగే దోస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ విల్ బి కామన్ ఇన్ లోన్ సెక్షన్, క్రెడిట్ సెక్షన్, రివార్డ్ సెక్షన్. ఓకే, ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ అనేవి ఏవైతే డీటెయిల్స్ మీరు ప్రొవైడ్ చేశారో, ఫస్ట్ నేమ్, లాస్ట్ నేమ్, ఏజ్, జెండర్, మెయిల్ ఐడి, మొబైల్ నెంబర్ ఇన్ ద అకౌంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, those details will be common across loan department, credit card department, rewards department also. సో ఆ ప్రాపర్టీస్ మీరు ఒకవేళ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్లో మీరు క్రియేట్ చేసినట్లయితే, ఆ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్లో మీరు క్రియేట్ చేసిన ప్రాపర్టీస్ మీరు మెనీ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ అప్లికేషన్స్లో యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అలా కాకుండా మీరు ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ అప్లికేషన్లో ఆ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అన్నీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తే ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ అప్లికేషన్ మాత్రమే యూజబుల్ అవుతాయి. సో ఫర్ ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ రీయూజబిలిటీ, యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో ఫర్ ద ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ అప్లికేషన్. ఓకే, మనం ఏం చేయాలి, ఆల్ ద కామన్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు పుట్ ఇన్ వన్ అప్లికేషన్ called framework application. All the specific functionalities we have to create under the implementation application. For that reason, I have created one framework application on the top of Pega platform and one implementation application on the top of framework. Okay, thank you. This is about our today agenda, and tomorrow I am going to explain about how to create one basic registration form. Okay, thank you.